Hey, it's David. I don't know if there's a worse feeling in the world than when you're talking to a woman. She seems into you. Conversation's going great. She's even touching you playfully, flirting. She's laughing. And then all of a sudden, she drops an atomic-sized, "Yeah, my boyfriend really likes that too," on you. Yeah, the boyfriend bomb is one of the most unwelcome things a girl can say. And while there's nothing you can do to get every girl who says she has a boyfriend, the truth is, there are some things you can do if you think she's not serious with a guy, or if you think she's otherwise giving you the signals that she actually wants you, that make it a lot more likely that she'll end up with you romantically. So let's get started. Now, I have to start by saying, if she gives you the "I've got a boyfriend," even if she casually throws it in, it's more likely to be true. The reason she's casually throwing it in is it's not necessarily a stop. She really has a boyfriend, but she's into you and she wants to make sure she's done her homework. She doesn't want to be guilty of being a person who's talking to a guy while she has a boyfriend. It doesn't really mean anything. I'm sorry, but integrity is not really a feminine trait. That said, myself, I don't take a girl from a guy. There's too few girls with guys and too few guys that are of value. Usually, women with a guy, I don't know if you realize this, but women, I live in New York, and women in New York are frustrated. The ones who don't have a boyfriend are frustrated because they don't have anyone in their life. The ones who have a boyfriend are frustrated because they're not having sex. The ones who are having sex, they're frustrated because they're not having orgasms. So most women, and as you know, women are complainers. Most women are not happy in the relationship they're in. So mostly, I have a boyfriend doesn't really necessarily mean she's not into you. That said, if she says, "I have a boyfriend," or "Hold on," if she tries to stop you with "I have a boyfriend," that's your fault. That means you're jumping the gun. You're going a little too direct. You're making her have to resist. When you make a woman have to resist, you're making the work harder for yourself. It is true that direct can be very strong, but when your direct says, "I want a relationship with you," she has to jump in with the boyfriend, and it's kind of weaker for you. Strong is direct, but I'm not trying to date you. I like you. I'm into you. I have no fear of you, but I'm not trying to get you. What do you do when she does have a boyfriend? For one thing, don't talk about the boyfriend, unless, I'm going to tell you two different versions here. Version one is you don't talk about the boyfriend at all. She mentions him, you act like it never happened and you just keep talking. In fact, when she talks about the boyfriend, watch her face. You're going to get her judgment of the boyfriend. It's either she's very, very happy with this boyfriend. You can see it in her eyes when she talks about the boyfriend. She shows in her eyes that she's into this guy. I'm not saying that that is unassailable, but I would leave that woman alone. Love is hard to find. On the other hand, what they mostly have is judgment for the boyfriend. The eyes might roll. You might just barely notice a half eye roll. There might be something in the tone in which she says it. Something about the way she says "my boyfriend." She might let you know that she's got a boyfriend, but she's not that happy with him. In that case, again, you don't talk about him, and you definitely don't try to insult him. Don't try to put him down. This is like you walk into a store and they tell you how bad the other person's product is. It just makes you look insecure. You don't talk about him at all. You forget he exists and you keep doing exactly what you would do otherwise. Remember that the game is making her laugh, making her have fun, putting her in a good mood, and making you look like you the center of attention. That means if you're talking about her boyfriend, you are wasting your time. You're giving him the airtime. However, one thing you could do though is as you guys talk about things that you don't like, wherever she looks when she talks about the boyfriend, that's where you look when you talk about things you don't like. Yeah, but sometimes those couches can be really uncomfortable. And you look over in the same place she looked when she said "my boyfriend," because she looks somewhere, because she's got an image of him. So whenever you say negative words, you kind of look over there. You also do that when you talk about the types of people that people don't like. Yeah, but some people are really aggressive. So yeah, but I don't really deal with people who can't make decisions very well. And you help her realize that, that's kind of how he is. Now that's on the side of don't really talk about it. On the other side, if she keeps bringing him up, because sometimes that happens, Then you need to talk about him, and how you talk about him is you talk about what she likes about him. Now that might seem like I'm going the wrong direction, because you're going in exactly the wrong direction, because she's going to remember that she really likes this guy. But no, you talk in the direction of the feelings. So you go, wow, it sounds like he really turns you on. What was your first date? So what you're doing is, even though you are bringing him up, if she's not letting you leave him out, then let her talk about the best moments. Talk about the exciting moments, because two things are going to happen. The first is she's going to get excited right now. She's going to get turned on right now. She's going to feel that same feeling she had when she was on a first date right now. But now she's with you. So you're going to give her the feelings of a first date sitting here with you. It's going to basically be a first date for you. The other thing that will happen, unfortunately, as much as I love them, women are very good at noticing what they don't like. So when she's talking about how great those things are, she's going to also be aware that, it's kind of not like that anymore. And yeah, that was a lot of fun, but we never go out like that anymore. And what you can do to help that out is say, that must be fantastic to be with a guy who's always so exciting, to be with a guy who really turns you on, to be with a guy who is so attentive, to be with a guy who gives you all of his attention. Whatever happened that first date, you point those things out so that she realizes, I'm kind of not with a guy who does those things. Yeah, that's one of the things that my ex-girlfriend really liked about me, is that kind of like your boyfriend, I really focus on her when I'm with her. It's like our little world. We're undistracted. We're totally just us against the whole world. It's just in our little bubble. We're so focused, connected to each other when we're together. And she'll think, maybe it was like that first day, but it's kind of not like that now. Little moves like that, not talking about it if you can help it, ignoring it like it's nothing, like it's bad news, like it's the politics or religion, just ignoring it. Or if you have to talk about it, use it to help her get back into that excited girlfriend state so that you can capitalize on it. With tips like that, you can make the most of the boyfriend bomb. And all of these tips make it a lot more likely that she becomes yours, even if she says she has a boyfriend. Thanks for watching. If you like what you see, click that subscribe button on the lower right. And right now, if you go to the website on the screen, you'll see a free gift that shows you how to make her fall for you. And if you have a story about a girl who said she has a boyfriend in the past, I'd love to hear how it ended up. Leave a comment to let me know. Until next time, this is David Dupree.